Indian economic updates. Boosted by increased shipments of engineering goods, electronics, and pharmaceuticals, India achieved its highest monthly goods exports in February of this fiscal year. Despite this, the merchandise trade deficit widened as imports surged. Merchandise exports rose by 11.9% year-on-year to $41.40 billion, while imports grew by 12.2% to $60.11 billion. Gold imports soared by 133% to $6.15 billion. The trade deficit expanded to $18.71 billion in February. Exports grew by 12% from January, while imports declined by 10.5%. Engineering goods exports rose by 15.9% to $9.94 billion, and electronic goods shipments surged by 54.81% to $3 billion. Jaishankar, India's External Affairs Minister, advised Indian businesses to move beyond mere complaints about supply chains heavily concentrated in one country, likely referring to China's dominance. Instead, he urged them to actively support domestic networks. While acknowledging that not every major company can solely be responsible for fostering domestic supply chains, Jaishankar stressed the importance of not being insensitive to this issue. He highlighted the necessity of strengthening India's manufacturing base, citing progress under initiatives like Gati Shakti. Jaishankar emphasized that without a robust manufacturing sector, India would not be taken seriously in the global arena, particularly in technology. He also pointed out various considerations beyond efficiency, such as security and socio-economic consequences, that should influence business decisions. India announced reduced tariffs for global electric vehicle manufacturers like Tesla, cutting customs duty to attract manufacturing. The policy matches Tesla's demand to lower India's 70% import duty to establish a plant. It offers a 15% customs duty for up to 8,000 EVs annually if the company commits to local manufacturing. The Finance Ministry enacted the lower duty on Friday. Companies setting up manufacturing facilities for EVs will be allowed limited imports of cars at reduced custom duties. The scheme grants concessional import duty for 5 years to companies investing at least $500 million. The policy requires each imported vehicle to exceed $35,000 in value. This move aims to boost domestic EV manufacturing. The rupee slipped to 82.89 against the US dollar on Friday due to continuous foreign fund outflows and a negative trend in domestic equities. Elevated American currency and international crude oil prices also impacted investor sentiment. At the interbank foreign exchange market, the rupee opened at 82.95, reaching an intraday low of 82.96 and a high of 82.85 against the greenback before settling at 82.89. The dollar index was down 0.05% at 103.31, while Brent crude futures fell by 0.50% to $84.70 per barrel. Analysts predict a slightly negative bias for the rupee amidst a strong dollar and weak global markets, although potential softening of crude oil prices could offer some support. Oil prices, poised to gain over 3% for the week, dipped slightly on Friday despite the International Energy Agency's upward revision of its 2024 oil demand forecast and an unexpected decrease in US stockpiles. Brent crude futures slipped by 47 cents to $84.70 a barrel, while US West Texas Intermediate crude fell by 49 cents to $81.03. The IEA's latest report raised its estimate of 2024 oil demand by 1.3 million BPD, marking the fourth upward revision since November. Additionally, the IEA projected a slight supply deficit for this year if OPEC Plus members maintain their output cuts, contrary to its previous forecast of a surplus. Indian equity indices dropped nearly 0.5% on Friday, erasing gains from Thursday, amid concerns about valuation and regulatory warnings of potential bubbles in risky equity assets. Of Nifty's 50 stocks, 11 advanced while 39 declined. BSE Sensex fell 0.62% to 72,643.43 and benchmark Nifty dropped 0.56% to 22,023.35. Mahindra & Mahindra was the top loser on both indices, and BPCL and Coal India led Nifty's losses, falling by 4.9%, 4.15%, and 2.85%, respectively. Analysts noted the pre-election rally occurred slightly earlier this December, with markets rallying about 12%.